Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I am so excited to have on again a 40-year-old from Russell, Ontario, Canada. Got drafted twice to the Columbus Blue Jackets, both times, and made his rookie debut with the Daytona Beach Bombers when they made an incredible run and heartbreaking to the finals. But before that was an OHL champion with the Peterborough Petes. He then started finally winning again near the end of his career. Actually, it wasn't that late, but back-to-back championships in the Central Hockey League, other known as the Cocktail Hockey League, with the Allen Americans, then headed overseas to spread his wings and win a Challenge Cup with yours truly and the biggest beauties in hockey, the Cardiff Devils of 2014-15. Then he went to Scotland, France, forgot about that, and finished it off in Germany, pulling off the Superman. No, somebody else pulled off the Superman move in the shootout, right? You didn't do it.
No, I
Welcome
can't do that.
back on, Trevor Hendrikx. Oh yeah, and he's now the coach, franchise owner, the everything guy that started the Cardiff Canucks. Welcome on, Hendo.
Thanks, buddy. How are you, Wally?
I'm good. It's early, but you know what? This will make my day all better when we wake up and laugh and smile. Hey,
Early bird gets the worm.
that's true. So part I left out is I had to, I guess, protect you for what, like a few years.
You're gonna let that go, are you?
Wow. I still have that picture when I
Knuckles.
was with the Dayton Bombers where I knocked the guy out of the game with one punch.
You must be getting like arthritis in your knuckles from all those bombs you were throwing protecting me.
Actually, I think I do now have it in this finger from Chippy Lane.
Is that all healed now?
I guess we could start with that. Last time I saw you was at Joey Martin's testimonial, and I only play about one hockey game a year, and I had to play hurt that day. And you
Hmm.
picked a fight with me knowing I had a dislocated finger. That's against the ethics of the game, Hendo, and I still manhandled you.
Well, I mean, if we're going to be honest here, Wally, you knew what you were getting into. You're going to run around like that. You got to answer the bell.
Right. And
You know, broken finger or not, chippy lane or not, you know,
yeah,
don't care.
well, I was there. I was ready. I was ready to go. I was ready to dance. I got your helmet lodged right in your face, and you couldn't even move.
I didn't care for the stick kick at the end though. That got me. I could have gone again after that.
Well, yeah, I did. Well, you
Real
were going to throw
bastard.
my stick in the crowd. So then I shot your glove away and got the heck out of there. But the funniest part about the whole thing that nobody really noticed was after I beat the wheels off you and we're playing that silly tennis ball game where you got to keep your head up. And that's where it started. Pigs didn't have his head up and I ran him. And there you were. But after that, when you were exhausted and skating away with your tail between your legs, that, that Bailey Harewood or whatever came flying down the ice with his tennis ball in his head and ran right into you. God, you were so bad.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was
Yeah.
just a frustrating few minutes there. And then
Well,
just
you bit off more than you could chew, as they'd say.
oh, like a little wasp buzzing around my head.
Those testimonials, though, I get to see you every year or two, it seems, but they're fun every time, aren't they?
There's something. There's something.
They're as hockey as it gets, really.
Yeah, that's pretty much the definition of hockey, and I'm sure that those testimonials have taken a few years off of both of our lives, but well worth it. Well
Uh,
worth it.
I still see other teams, these players have testimonials. They do them in the middle of the season. That is so unhockey. I couldn't even imagine after the last few have been during the off season. I can't imagine doing that to the current players making the play in a testimonial during the season and then not have that much fun is I'm guessing the rules. And then the fat old guys like us that fly back to play wouldn't have the current guys having as much fun because it's not the off season. So it just doesn't make sense to do that to anybody.
If you're gonna do a testimonial, you do it in Cardiff because we know how to testimonial, I think, right? Well,
We sure do. And you know what's great is the guys having the testimonials just bring back like the best crews, man.
yeah,
Joey
it's so
Martin's was like an all-star lineup of dandies in the game of hockey.
yeah, that was and you know what was so cool about that? Like a lot of those guys that I don't even know, I didn't even know before that weekend, neither did you. And
But I did because I podcasted with them, you know.
oh
I'm
yeah,
still in the
okay.
game, Trevor. I know everybody.
That's true. Sorry, you podcast with half the world. That's right. But it's just cool. Like they're all just the same guy, really. They're all just good guys.
Cut
And they
from the
all
same cloth, I believe is how they put it.
yes, that's a nice way of putting it. I like that. Wow.
Hmm.
Never
And
thought
it's a small world then, and you build friendships. And the last couple times I went back, I flew with Hoth and Benty. I had never
mm,
played with Benty. He had gone to Niagara with my boys from Elmira. Um, then he played in Cardiff after me, but we had never mucked it up together until these testimonials. And now he works in my hometown of Elmira. I was there one day, and I'm like, "Are
really?
you working here?" And then we met up for chicken wings.
No. I thought you were gonna say you guys both went and grabbed a workout quickly, but chicken wing sounds more accurate.
I actually have to play another hockey game in February, and I have not started to exercise yet. But I did see the video of our game, Joey Martin's testimonial. They did have it on YouTube, but it's for like just friends and family. They didn't let anybody else see that shit, but I got the link and I watched it, and I was embarrassingly fat and old and slow. And if Germany's flying me over to muck it up, I I can't be that out of shape again.
You gotta do spinneroonies, Wally. The people
I
want it.
know. I do have to do a spinneroonie. There was no spinneroonies that whole testimonial. You know?
Too busy running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to fight me.
You know what? Fighting and body checking is exhausting, and I that's why I cut that out of my game.
We didn't even talk about what's like your very first shift and how you just ran me.
Wow, I wanted to let you know you're in a hockey game.
All you did. You threw a rock at a bee's nest there.
You forgot how hard I can body check, eh?
I didn't realize we were body checking, but that woke me up. 2 beers deep, and I got a body check from Brent Walton.
I thought it was a good way to let everybody know we were actually playing. It was sold
Yeah,
out. A lot of people bought tickets. That's crazy that he can sell out a testimonial with guys that are so fat now they can hardly move.
I, I'm not gonna lie. After you hit me, I think it was like 5 seconds later, you got the puck, and I could have murdered you. And
You were coming to it. You were coming for me. I saw it all happening. You don't think
so
I saw you coming? That's why I dumped it in. I never dump it in.
yeah, but the wires crossed, Wally. They crossed
I
for
saw it in your face. I saw it in your eyes. You're like, I need to kill this little prick.
yeah. You're lucky. I uncrossed them, and yeah. Anyway,
You're
that was
you're you, I'm lucky that you couldn't get over in time to hit me, and I slowed up. You almost ran into the boards.
oh boy.
Ah,
Oh,
sorry. Anyways, it was a really fun weekend. To list some of the dandies, I wouldn't even know where to start, but we should start with the two guys that the first shift of the game, I'm like, whoa, these two are out here to prove something, and they're trying to prove they can still play. And they both have signed pro contracts again. Boston Levi is signed with the guy I started the Chocolate Storm in Manchester with, Matt Ginn, has signed Boston Levi, Mike McNamee, who played an epic concert in the locker room the last night of the testimonial. And the other guy that I could tell really could still play and was showing everybody he could was Samuel Jardine, one of my favorite guys in hockey.
hmm,
He
hmm.
he signed with Idaho, the team that beat us in the East Coast Finals.
Oh yeah, way back when.
Yeah.
Pumped
Hmm.
us.
That was a cool, that was a nice city though, eh?
Do you remember when we won the first game?
Yeah. I thought we were gonna win the championship with that group.
We just got ripped 4 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. Three is straight at home too.
Even close. They were
No.
good. They were
Well, the
good though.
second game we went to overtime too. We were almost up 2-0.
I know. I know. Can you imagine?
No. But I actually was thinking about that before we jumped on because I didn't write anything down. I didn't want to go blank on us. Is those two seasons kind of remind me of each other, the Dayton Bombers and the Cardiff Devils. both ragtag bunch of beauties. In Dayton, we had Yannick Tifu. In Cardiff, we had Joey Martin. Um, both teams had great goalies and a lot of people that knew how to hockey.
They are pretty similar now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
except in Cardiff, we didn't take team sticks after we beat them out of playoffs, but
right,
um, that
right.
was yeah, that was fun.
Um, yeah, when we made it to the finals, the owner was not happy because we had to get our own flight there, eh? He's like, "This going to the finals is making us bankrupt," and I'm like, "Oh, well, not my fault."
Sorry for winning.
And they went tits up a year later.
I know.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for almost winning.
He must have just shit his pants from like he probably thought, what a bunch of degenerates. They're not going to win anything. And then boom, here we go.
Yeah, well, and I think it started with Derek Clancy. That was his first problem was getting the best coach I ever had in, and him turning our shitty team into a good team by not letting anybody score on us.
Do you remember when I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday, we'd have like a I don't know, 3-on-3 game or something, and Don decided to just hop on and take a shift. And he
Oh,
and he
I think
skipped.
I heard about this because I think I was called up during this, but did he not fall on his head and he was
He,
bleeding out of his ear?
yeah. He just hopped in and like meanwhile he's like jet white, silver fox hair, and like I don't know how old he was, but like probably shouldn't have been doing that. Blows a tire, slides into the board, smokes his head off. Like we all were kind of half laughing and half nervous, but like he got up and he was bleeding out of his ear, and I remember asking him like, "You okay, man?" "Yeah, I'm good."
He was a gamer. He kept playing. I
Yeah.
remember when we do that drill where you're in the semicircle and like a guy goes and gets the puck and passes it out. The guy shoots and then he gets a puck and passes it out. Every time I would get it, I didn't care where he was standing on the ice. I'd yell, "Dottie!" and I'd pass it to him. He could be at center and I'd pass him the puck and make him go in and shoot. God, only some people know how to really play hockey, you know?
I remember one time we did a drill and I don't know what it was, what the drill was, but I shot the puck over the glass completely by accident. And for some reason he thought I did it on purpose. I don't know why. But whenever he came down to me, he's like, Trevor, have some respect for the game. And like fucking yelled at me. It was like, have some respect for the game. And like me being like 21, I was like, what are you talking about? Like I just shot
It's
the
because
puck
he
over
it's because he couldn't afford another puck.
the top. $1 down. Oh well.
Um, Anywho, you know what? The Dayton Bombers were quite the crew, and I have a lot of stories for that season. And one guy wrote to me and said, "It seems like the last bunch of episodes, you've just been shooting the shit. You used to like go through the guy's career season by season, and I learned so much, and I think you had a real the best way to do the podcast was going through the guy's career. I've already had John. We've already done that. So I can bounce around today. But the Dayton Bombers, man, there was some funny stories that year. But speaking of the hockey side of it, Derek Clancy, I still use his painting the ice the start of every season. This season I didn't do it because I'm the assistant coach, just the help router guy, bring the fun guy,
Hmm.
run the defense, things like that, belly flops, selfies. Uh, But anyways, painting the ice got me. I don't know if you've heard, but the Kincardine and Canucks are back-to-back under 13 All Ontario champions. And both seasons I started the first practice out painting the ice for D-Zone like Derek did for us.
Hmm.
Mm,
I mean, I've actually used that with the Canucks too. Like it's such a simple,
way to
easy
teach it.
way to do it. And a lot of kids, even at that age, they don't have a clue where to go. Like the wingers, especially, it's just like they're down in the corner. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
That's
no,
that's not
stay
your job.
in your box. No, stay in your box. You go down there, then it goes to your guy, and then they score.
Right. Then
Um,
they get a wide open shot from the point.
yeah, but it's crazy because it's such a simple thing. But once you see it and you realize you got your little box, you got to work. It's just so much easier, because
Well, and
I
if you take out where their players are, like that it doesn't even matter, and you just go to where you would be in your square based on where the puck is, you're in position.
Well, it's funny because the kids think they need to do more, and like they start to go outside the box. And like, no, 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 just stay there. Well, I'm not doing anything. Yep, that's fine. You're doing a lot by just staying there. You know.
Derek Clancy changed my whole pro career because when I got to pro, I could not be trusted. I'd I had played man-on-man defense in the D zone in I was Western Michigan University, who are the national champions, in case you didn't know. But we played man-on-man defense, and the first practice in the AHL when I leave my senior year, I think we're playing man-on-man, and Andy Delmore is the D-man I was covering, and he skated all over the zone, no cares in the world, and I followed him. And the coach didn't like that, and then I wasn't allowed to play in the games.
Like one of those little fish that latches onto a shark and just kind of follows them.
Yeah, it wasn't a recipe for success. But then when I went down, when I get my ass sent to the coast because of that, then Clance paints the ice, and I'm like, hold on, this is all I got to do. And then his thing about not being on your outside edges, being on your inside edges, and man, you can save a lot of energy in your D zone playing it like him. And then when the puck gets free, you got energy and you're ready to go because you're on your inside edges.
Hmm.
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 Makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's why he's the like assistant GM of the Leafs now, eh?
Yeah, I remember like the way like he did the best he could with the group that we had, and like the way that he like I remember like as a defenseman, like when the other team's player would have the puck below the goal line, Clance would be like,
Leave him.
don't go. We don't, he's not going to score from there. And I would just let him sit there. And it worked really well in our league because players didn't have the skill level to make those really good plays. And then when I started playing higher levels, my coach would be yelling at me like, go,
You
go, go. And I'd be like, why am I going? Because he's just going to pass it to where I'm from. And,
where up front. Good
and
one.
yeah. And I'd just be, I'd get into arguments with the coach. Be like, why am I going to pressure the guy? He's below the goal line. And then they pass it in front and they score. And well, yeah.
So it's weird, right? When you have to listen to coaches you don't agree with, especially when it comes to stuff like I'm like, I've seen this work. You don't go chase them all over the place. And it's the same in minor hockey. Um, the parents think that the kids aren't trying hard enough, that they need to go. And you hear like a dad screaming, like, go in there, get them harder. And then I heard the one kid said to his dad when I was coaching him, he's like, Dad, I'm not going. Wally says, keep him to the outside and don't rush in there and don't get beat. And the dad's like, what? And he's like, I'm not going. And then he didn't go. And then we
Yeah.
won. And then the dad said, hey, Wally, after talking to him, I'm not talking to him about the hockey anymore. I'll leave that up to you. I was like, thank you.
That's wicked, man. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than
It's funny though when people are trying to shout instructions that are the opposite of what you're trying to tell them to do.
it's very counterproductive.
Like on a power play when the fans are yelling shoot and there's nobody standing in front and you're like, hey, I know why I'm not shooting, so zip it.
I'll be quiet for a sec.
Anyways, moving on. We need to get into this. I said I would sponsor one of your players' jerseys. Victor, the blonde beauty.
Mm.
Great hair on that young man. But I'm raffling off a Lord 71 Two Ales and Hockey Tales jersey because I thought he was like a legend in Cardiff. I thought people remembered him. I guess nobody wants this jersey. Nobody's buying tickets. We might be able to cover shipping to whoever wins it. But people need to go to my Instagram and buy tickets. We only got like 2 more days here, and it takes everybody to win. And I need to pay Hendo back, and the Cardiff Canucks. And I thought we were going to raise extra money than what I owed him. We're not even there yet, Trevor. The team's not playing good enough. We got to be better. I guess everybody's forgot about Lordo.
I mean, I didn't realize it was, I thought the same thing. I thought that would be like a hot commodity.
I thought it'd be tickets be going like hotcakes. Nobody gives a shit about Lordo.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I did a Joey Martin one, a two ales Oxtails Martin 888, went for like over 300 pounds, and even mine did. And now we're talking Lordo, and no tickets sold.
Isn't he coaching Ontario now in the A?
Yeah, he's an AHL head coach, and this is the only two ales and Oxtails 71 Lord jersey in the world. I know that because I'm the only one that makes them.
I might just buy a few tickets and wear it around myself.
Well, speaking of small world though, and how funny hockey can be, is well, Victor's number 71, Andrew Lord was number 71, took all my ice time because he was the right winger and the player coach. Never let me play with the goat, but you fought his ass, eh?
I sure did. We actually joked about it. Whose testimonial was that? When did he come? Was that
That would have been Batchy's.
Patchy's? Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. Lots of water under the bridge now, but that was fun.
Oh yeah, it's hot. It's funny when you get out of the game, and it's like I thought when I was done with the Devils and moving home, I thought I hated the Sheffield Steelers, hated everything about them. They beat us both years by like 2 points, make you want to puke. The arena's too big, too warm. I sweat too much there, and it's too far to skate around. But anyways, then I met some of the dandies at a testimonial at Matthew Myers and like Robert Dowd and Jono. Those guys are dandies, and I'm like, huh. So maybe we're all like cut from the same cloth, but we just wear different jerseys. Then you have them on the pod and they're fantastic dudes. And then what a world when they won the Challenge Cup a couple years ago. The three guys I had had on were on the ice after winning, and winning is fun. And they had a Shed Boost poster with my logo and took a photo on the ice. And I thought, what a world. The Sheffield Steelers are saying they got Shed Boosted from me. That's cool,
Well,
kind of cool though, isn't it?
it is cool because
They
like
weren't playing the Devils, so I thought I could participate.
no, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys, we're all like you said, cut from the same cloth. But like one thing I've kind of noticed over here is like everything's very tribal. And what I mean by that is like a lot of people like I support this team or whatever. And if you're somebody else, I don't like you. I just don't like you because you like this team. And I think when we first got here, it was almost like that too. It's like we just had it ingrained in us that we just don't like Sheffield and
I
never
think the
even,
whole league was like that.
yeah, like
Everybody
never.
hated Sheffield, and then the Devils started winning so much. I think everybody started hating the Devils because they're so good.
Yeah, well, I know. I remember like just hating them, just seeing them and their stupid orange, like we just hated them.
So orange, so
Yeah.
orange.
But then
You know
like
how a lot of traction. A neighbor of mine, randomly one day said, "I know this logo." He says, "Hey, you home?" Yeah, yeah. And he stops by and gives me this sweet Cardiff Devils fire pit thing grill to cook food on,
mm,
and just screwing around for fun just to get people going. There's like a big game between the Devils and Sheffield, so I put an orange on my Devils fire pit thing, and then I like tweeted it and said cook the orange again. And man, that thing got a lot of traction.
uh, like a
Like,
burnt steak.
but then it got me talking with people again. But playing doing hockey stuff is fun. That's why I still do this for free almost 500 episodes later, is because I still get to be part of the game and screw around, you know?
Is that how many episodes you've done? 500?
Almost, yeah. Well,
That's
nearly
impressive.
there. I'm locking down Joey Haddad for episode 500, my old road roommate, and
Mm.
took a selfie with a Cape Breton Eagles hat at the Monday market here in town. And within 3 days, he had Cape Breton new hat and T-shirt on my doorstep. And I think he wants me to wear it for episode 500, and I'm a willing participant. But yeah, it I've never had him on yet, and but it would be fitting to have him on for 500, eh? He's a funny
Never
guy.
had, you've never had Chef on?
No, yeah, he always says he's so busy. What, because he's the president of the hockey team.
That would be a good one, I think.
He just became the president of the Cape Breton Eagles. Isn't it
Really?
crazy to see what the puppies do when they grow
Uh,
up?
just spreading their wings, flying around.
I know, making plays.
He was also going very hard in the testimonial.
Yeah,
When you were,
he could still play, man. Like you could
no,
tell which guys could still play.
yeah.
McNamee, Jards, and obviously the current players puke. They're all
Hendricks.
in but Haddadi could still play, man. He looked as good as when we played with him.
Yeah. Did you not see my toe drag, Wally?
Oh God.
Did you not see that?
What toe drag? Like when you would go in on the
Well,
shootouts and try to do your fancy new school shit and it wouldn't work.
oh no, I'm not talking about that. I toe dragged Bouncy. Sick goal.
Oh. I rewatched the game, and it was painfully slow.
It was an eye opener.
It
It seemed
felt
really
it felt
fast.
like a faster game when I was playing it.
It probably was. Yeah.
But yeah, Haddadi could still play. And Bouncy can still play, eh? Like that guy's still kicking him out for the Cardiff Devils.
You know, I know. I mean, I remember the first shift, I thought, geez, well, I don't know if I'm going to last this whole game because we're going hard, boys. And
The
then you
first
were
shift of the
throwing,
game when they had McNamee, Jards, and Haddad and Marty all on the ice, and they were all wheeling around making plays, and I was like, "Whoa, this is not what I signed up for."
I just tried to channel my inner Clance and just play D.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to chase.
Good stick, stay in
Yeah,
the right
good
position,
stick,
inside
inside
edges.
edges. You laugh about it, but like even when I was older playing, like those stupid things would stay in my head when I was playing D. I'm sure you did too.
Oh,
Just like,
all the time. And when I'm coaching the kids, I try to explain it like he did because it was so simple and it made sense and it made defense easy. And that's what you want.
yeah,
You go play hockey once you get the puck. Just stay back and relax on T. Old man defense.
everybody just relax, make them make plays, right?
But we probably shouldn't overlook this though. I mean, won a fight in that testimonial. The other fight I'd had in testimonial against Franny, I did not win, but pretty cool. They're retiring his jersey. I've just had him on the pod, and we talked. I mentioned how I thought he's been with the team for like 30 years. He should at least have a testimonial by now. But instead of a testimonial, his jersey's going to the rafters forever.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool, man. Like, well, he's a legend. I mean, I don't know how long he was there before us, but like, he's
He's
just
done
there.
everything for the team, like everything you could ask of a guy.
I know. It was funny because I was at the rink the other day and I was looking up in the stands and you could see like, the few banners that are there. And I was like, when am I going to start putting up like, I don't know, like Marty's and Franny's and people like that. So like, it's kind of cool that they're starting to do that because I think Franny, there's nobody probably more deserving than him. He's put in his whole life, really.
Yeah, no kidding. And when you see like what the Devils are now, and they expect to win every year, Franny's a big part of that. Like he's into the recruiting, he's into being bench coach. He's the hot. He helped with like getting the visas. He'd do anything to help that team win.
I remember one of the last games I went to when you when you took your shirt off and started waving the flag.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
standing with Franny watching your antics, and we thoroughly enjoyed them. But I think at that point he was helping out with like um, I don't know, VIP sort of match night people and just everything. He just did everything, really. Anything that they needed help
That
with.
night when I did my pregame speech as the goat, spray painted, and I think the email Todd sent me, there was 8 guys on that team that I knew. The rest did not. They got to know me really quick. Um, and then after I did my pregame speech, there was like, you got like less than 2 minutes to be around the rink. And I'm like, gotcha. Threw on my fancy pants and my fancy shoes and the jersey they gave me. And then I ran around the arena dressed business casual. And Franny was at the penalty box to like walk me out onto the red carpet. And we both looked at each other and he just gave me this laugh, like, I know what you did it there. And I'm like, yeah, I did it. And then we both had a laugh. And then he walks me out to the red carpet. And then all those guys that had just seen me buck in the room spray painted. And now a minute later, I'm dressed business casual, nice hair, ready to drop the puck. They were all on the blue line laughing so hard. And then it was so fitting that Franny always had my back with everything and like how ridiculous those pregame speeches were. He thought they were hockey and he didn't think they were a bad thing. He would videotape them. That's sicko. But then when I went out to drop the puck and he's standing behind me on the red carpet, I'm like, that's so fitting. Franny's always there for the guys.
Yeah, he is. He's a beauty. Funny enough, I'm a football coach now, Wally.
How much
Soccer,
do you got on the go, man? And I
everything.
played two touch with you. You can't be teaching the kids anything.
Well,
I owned you in two touch every time.
changing lives, Wally. But
Have you
this relates to
taught them the
and
shoulder strike or the
oh,
I'm gonna head it and then let it go off the back?
we play sneaky. We play sneaky. But so in my football coaching, um, Hunter, my son, he plays every Saturday down the road, like we're out in Philly, and you know, I got I got the whole thing, Wally. I got like the matching, coach's jacket. I got the whole kit, they call it. I got the whole thing. Have to wear like football cleats and everything. So like I'm in my full attire,
You have
taking my
soccer cleats when you're coaching?
Oh, you have to.
No, you
You can
don't. You could be in Crocs. I win with Crocs.
they won't, man, you should see it. It's absolutely crazy, Wally. Like
I
you
want
have
a picture of you in your soccer outfit.
I will send you one because it's hilarious. But the
Ah,
funny
Ted
bit is
Lasso. That's what I'm picturing right now. Great
that
TV show,
that's what I call myself, Ted Lasso. It's the
right?
exact same
He has a
thing.
great
But
coaching style himself.
yeah, he does. And so the one day I'm walking, it's like Saturday morning at like 9 o'clock, and I'm walking in my stupid outfit. And who do I see? Franny. And Franny looks at me kind of like, "What are you doing?" Because his girls were there playing. I think they had a football game too or something. But of all the people to run into, I see Franny, and then also I'm wearing my stupid football outfit with my cleats that I have to wear. So that was a very funny moment for him, I'm sure. Also for me.
I would love to bump into you in your football outfit. I, I, I don't know why I think it'd be so funny, but I do.
Oh, it's
So,
funny. It is
yeah.
funny. I've
Uh,
uh, I've had this conversation with my family back home.
where do you get off thinking you can coach soccer?
That exactly. This is what I was supposed to say.
But
My
when
my
I'm starting to think that the sport doesn't really matter that much if you get it, but coaching isn't just a what game. Coaching's coaching. If you get
well,
people all on the same team and working together, it's amazing the shit people can do,
coaching to me is more about your relationship with your players, really. I mean,
right?
you you know, everybody's teaching the same stuff, but you can, like you do, you get people excited, you get them motivated, and then again, these kids I'm coaching are five. Like
Right.
they're five.
Yeah, you're
They just
not.
want to have fun. But it is crazy to watch. Like I had my eyes open to it. Like the crazy parents. Like I can't even like. There's these kids are five. Like they're
You have
five.
crazy parents and 5-year-old soccer?
It's insane. Like yelling and screaming and like
Is that
you
right?
know. Oh yeah. Well, it's I don't know. Probably I don't know what it's like for hockey in Canada at that age, but like football's big here, right? So like everybody thinks little Johnny's the next Ronaldo or something, right? So it's like.
Right.
It kind of opened my eyes. I was like, "Whoa, hey, we're five. Let's let's all have a little fun here." There's
Uh,
lots of time to be shouting,
I've
but
been very lucky with the parent groups I've had the last few seasons. A lot of great people that it seemed once like the team was doing well, kids were happy and enjoying the sport. You know, nobody really talked to me, and that's what I want. When we're at the hotels, let's hang out when the kids go to bed. But other than that, I'm here to get to know the kids and get to know the players, and get them loving hockey and each
yeah,
other.
yeah, that's what it's all about. And like our little group, our team and stuff, all the parents are great. But when we play like this. I don't know what they even call it, but there's like 20 teams there, and they're all playing, and there's 20 different teams, 20 different groups of parents, and seeing some of the other ones was a bit eye-opening. But we're lucky too. We got a nice little group of parents and kids, so we don't really have those
So you
issues.
so you're coaching soccer for 5-year-olds. You're coaching the Cardiff Canucks and running the whole show. Um, and you still do all the Hendrikx hockey schools and stuff. So you got enough going on.
Yeah, I'm a little bit busy.
Do you remember when we used to like just go to practice and then take a nap and that was a day?
Oh my gosh. What's funny is like it's so funny. It's like because I'm at the rink all the time, right? And I see these guys. Like even last night, for example, I took like Hunter started playing roller hockey, and there's like a roller hockey rink right beside the Cardiff City football stadium.
Oh yeah.
So like last night we were leaving, and then I see like a Cardiff Devils car drive past where we parked, and like we didn't park like close to the like actual facility. It was like way behind I don't know if you remember where the House of Sport is, but it's way like far behind the actual stadium. And I see these guys drive by, and funny enough, that I think his name is Cedric Lacroix. He when he like the first day he got to Cardiff, he just kind of I was walking by the rink and he just stopped me. He said, "Oh, I don't know where to go and where do I park?" And I had this little conversation with him. I met him. He's a nice guy, but that was the only time I ever saw him. But then fast forward to last night, I'm getting in my car and he's driving his Devil's car, and it was a very random interaction that he saw me, but he recognized me because we had talked before, and he said, "Hey, am I in the right place?" And I said, "What do you,
He didn't have
what do
to
you?"
run the soccer stairs, did he?
No, no.
God,
Uh,
Lordo. What a
yeah.
joke.
But anyway, he just like, yeah, he just they just showed up there, and I let them have my parking spot, and they went to watch the football game. But like that, that was we did that all the time, right? We go to the football game, and like you have no sort of care in the world of anything else. You just play hockey and do fun things, right? But then,
Mm.
um,
Go out for lunches, go out for dinners.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Not a care in
yeah.
the world. Footloose and fancy free.
Yeah. We did the, oh, I forgot about that till you just brought that up. Those runs at the Cardiff City Stadium, those were horrible.
Yeah, they were. Yep.
The worst part was the math problems at the end of that when you got to the top. Do you remember those?
We had to do like I'm
I
I'm
I had
I,
to
I
do math.
excel at math. So what he ran to the top and he asked you a math question because you had to still be able to think. Is that what he was thinking?
Yeah. So like we would run to the top. I don't know if I remember this so vividly because you get to the top of those stairs and you're tired, and then you got to tell Lordo what 7 times 3 times 4 is, and it's like I don't know. I can't breathe. You
Let's
don't
let,
do
just let
that.
me breathe for a hot second here and then I'll start doing math.
But I think that was his thinking was like, okay, you got to have your brain working and while you're tired. And I was like, okay, well, math's not, the first thing I would pick for myself. But hey, here we are.
Oh yeah. It's interesting now with the Devils. There's not as many guys I know on the new squad. I see like they'll put up highlights of the game and there's Marty, there's Richie, and like Ben Davis. I didn't play with him but know him, but there's a lot of new blood on that team this year.
Yeah, they seem to. I mean, I don't really watch the games. I don't have time, but I mean, they seem, from what I've heard, is they seem to be a bit similar to our team, Wally. Like they seem to have a bit of grit, and they seem to.
I've seen some fighting. Yeah, I saw like Cardiff played Manchester back-to-back games, and
Mm,
I kind of am interested in both teams because the Devils are my squad, but then the Storm have supported me and started the Chocolate Storm with me, and every time they win, I just think it's hilarious that they throw chocolate all over the ice, and that I started that with Critch, who's now their coach. What a world! But
mm,
yeah, they were really fighting each other, and I appreciate mucking it up in hockey, and I always love watching hockey fights. So I appreciate that old school hockey is coming back because I've been saying it for years on here. The teams that are the toughest and make the other team their bitch usually wins.
hmm I mean, yeah, I've played on so many teams like that, and even our team that first year, like teams were just like you could just see it in their eyes. They just didn't want to be there.
Not at the
You
big blue tent in that shitty away locker room, and that
know?
you got to go out there and you got like sexy Lee Salters and Batchy and Lordo running around like an idiot. You and then there like that Marshy would chuck them.
No.
There was a there was a lot of guys that would step up on that team. I guess
Yeah,
Salts
no,
was the second year.
yeah, I remember that. That was yeah. I don't think a hockey will ever be like that again, though. I think there'll be like little blips here and there, but there's just yeah.
Preseason's always a fun time for people to fight, right? You let everybody know you're there and you're willing to
Mhm.
do it. Um, I like a good old fashioned preseason fight for the boys, you know?
Did you, I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if I told this story before about Kiefer and
Oh,
'cause with the
you
chip,
guys
I tell you.
fought each other, right? Yeah, the potato chip when we that was old school hockey when we would muck it up against a team and then we'd all hit the bar together.
Yeah, because that was our first game ever, I think, against Belfast, and I don't know, I knew him from before, and I don't know what even really happened. We just fought each other, and then yeah, bar after, and Dougie
Wait,
was
wasn't
there.
it at that O'Neill's place downtown? Like, you imagine both teams go to the same bar and then everybody just knows somebody and then everybody starts mingling. That's so hockey. So yes, the moral of the story was you and Kiefer were talking after just fighting each other, and then you had a potato chip spat out of your mouth into his.
Completely accidental, just chewing my chip, and I literally, it's like the Seinfeld episode with the magic loogie, same thing, just like came straight out, and I watched it just land, and it was like the most awkward, funny moment ever. But what do you do? But
I think it's hockey when you like he played hockey the right way. He wasn't dirty. You knew what you were
yeah,
getting and you had to keep your head up. Um, and then you see what he's doing in the game. I appreciate that though, when two guys can drop the gloves, fight for their team, and then spit chips into each other's mouth after.
That's true friendship right there.
Yeah, that's hockey.
Hockey. That's good
Uh,
hockey.
that first year though with the Devils, posted the picture of us winning the Challenge Cup. That was, I mean, I don't know. I had just been in Denmark. I was like trying to take it seriously that year and show everybody I was back and good again after I was done in Germany. And I did really well. We won the championship, but I really didn't have that much fun that season. I was trying to be like a pro, you know? And then the next season we went to Cardiff. Um, and there were so many dandies on that team, so many funny guys that every time you showed up to the rink, you didn't know what might happen. And then hockey was like as fun as it ever was. And I remember sucking at the start of that year. My knee wasn't doing well. Maybe wasn't in the best of shape, I guess. I don't know. But then they get urged to sort my knee out. Then I start playing well. But I remember sitting there on the bench the one game, and I was like, if I'm going out and I suck at hockey now, this is my last year, and I'm getting my MBA, I may as well go out having some fun. And the next shift, I went between the legs, did a spin-a-rooney, and then I remember on the top of the power play, I did a backhand slap shot pass between my legs to Marshy for no reason at all, and it went tape to tape. And nobody said nothing to me about any of it. And I was like, huh, I'm gonna start having fun when I go out there. And then I did, and then I started playing way better. And that's what I bring into coaching now is the kids that are having the most fun playing hockey are going to play the best.
I agree. I agree. You don't when you're gripping your stick tight, worried about making a mistake, nothing good really happens. You just make mistakes, right?
Yeah, because you're thinking about not making them
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of I can make that play. Watch this shit.
Yeah. That's it right
Ah,
there.
so how are our Cardiff Canucks doing? I know we're not doing well in the raffle. Sorry about that, everybody. I thought we had a better team, but nobody cares about Lordo. But if you guys want to buy tickets to support the Canucks and win the only 71 Lord jersey in the world, then you got to go to my Insta and get the link and buy tickets in the next 2 days. Or Hendo's going to get mad at me because I didn't pay the whole bill.
Next on the microwave, Wally.
Ah, brutal.
Oh, they're going. The Canucks are good, man. It's a bit easier for me this year because, well, like when you start, well, if
When
you have a
you
team.
got to be able, you got to build the machine. Now you just got to tinker with it.
Yeah, you got to create the culture. You got to, because my whole thing was I just wanted to make something different, right? Didn't want it to be the same old, um, same as everybody else. Wanted to be different, wanted to be professional, and we've done that. And even the guys that you've had on your podcast, like they're just great guys. Brad and Victor and Joey, all the older guys are just like they help so much. They make my job so much easier because now that we're kind of
They're
you
good
know up.
leaders for the puppies.
Well, like for example, I'm one person, right? This year I'm lucky I have an assistant coach, Gio. He's awesome. He helps me a lot. But these older guys, like it'll be the middle of a game or intermission or something, and like they're showing a younger kid how to do a face off or talking to him with the board, like showing him where to go and stuff. And it's just really cool because it makes my job easier, and it's just nice to have guys like that on the team that are trying to help the younger kids.
Hmm.
It's just cool to see that.
Well, coaches do need that. So last season, I coached my son's team. We won it all. But I also was helping the Ripley Wolves. And the head coach is a beauty that actually grew up with Haddadi and Colligan, played spring AAA with them and stuff, and asked me to help, and then gave me an open door policy. Whenever I can make it, I can come and help out. And then he kept giving me more responsibility and enjoying what I would say and my reasonings. And just went golfing with him last weekend and had a great time. But we had a player on the team, Ethan Skinner, who right at the end of his hockey he almost signed with the Cardiff Devils, and then they switched coaches, and it didn't happen. But when I was on the bench and one of the coaches and watching that guy come off the ice and hold everybody accountable, but then he'd go out there and play hockey exactly how you want a player to and do everything right. And then he could come off the ice and say, you can't do that. You need to be better here and you needed to do that. And everybody would listen to him. And I'm like, oh my God, I have way less to say to people because he's already saying it. And it's way better coming from the guy going out there and doing it than my fat ass and my Crocs.
That's Michael Jordan type shit right there.
Yeah, he's a winner. He also was it's weird world. He's from Kincardine. but won the Southern Cup in Elmira and at one point lived next door to my parents and won the Southern Cup as the captain. And he's quite
Mm.
a bit younger than me, but he won under 13 with the Kincardine Canucks when he was a puppy. And then he came in and gave my team a speech before we went into the playoffs the one year, to talk about when they won it and how special it was and all that good stuff. And that's hockey.
Sounds like a winner.
He is a winner. Yeah.
Mm.
Got hurt before the finals last season. We
Mm.
finished in first in the regular season, started out 18 and 0. And then going into the finals, we lost our top two centers, were hurt for the first two games. He was hurt for the whole series. And not having him on the bench and trying to figure out the lines and who's going and who's penalty killing, without him, it was a big hole. So
It's
we
hard.
didn't win. Yeah.
It's hard doing that kind of like I never did it before until last year, but if you're by yourself and you got to do the forward, the D, the penalty, like all that, it's tough because kids are looking back at you, who's next, and you don't even know yourself. Like it's tough to keep up with things, and it's very easy for people to get lost in the shuffle too, and it's tough. You need help.
Yeah, no, the last two seasons I've always just ran the forwards and then I let the assistant coach run the D and I don't pay attention to what he's doing. I knew they're hockey guys and they were going to make the right decisions. I just do my part and they do their part. That's what you need to do, right? So you have a guy helping you with the D now?
Yeah, so he actually played for us last year, but he hurt his knee. And then he's just had a little baby as well. So he just wanted to get into coaching this year. So it's nice for me because I have somebody else, and he played last year. He knows all the guys, and he's a good coach too. So it's they listen to him. It's nice to have someone like that to help. And like he's the type of guy I could say, oh hey, you run the practice or you take them down there and do that, and I'm happy for him to do that because he knows what he's talking about. So makes things a lot easier for me.
Hmm. It would. So what's our record at right now?
Well, we've won two, we've lost one. The first game we lost, and that was against the best team in the country who beat everybody last year.
Mm,
We were missing probably six or seven of our players.
okay.
So we didn't.
No, don't bring me excuses. I'm not here for them.
I'm just stating facts, Wally. Just stating facts. But the last two games we've had our full lineup. We won, I think 7-3 and 7-4. So we got some firepower. Um,
Sounds
we're
like it.
we're going to be Yeah, I'm excited for this year. We're doing well. We got a busy November. We play every weekend, which is nice. So, we I think we'll do well.
And so you have firepower, and last season you had Max Beerbrier, who's been in a testimonial before with me and can still play hockey.
Mm.
And he is now the president of the Fife Flyers. And so you don't have him, but you still have firepower.
Yeah, yeah, we got lots of firepower actually. He well
They
he
must have been doing the Hendrikx hockey growing up, eh? They must have all those new school kids stuff.
Yeah, just yeah, Hendricks
The
hockey puck.
Zorro.
Yeah, the Zorro Meister. But you know what about Max is like I didn't realize he was actually a D. I thought he was a
What?
forward.
So did I.
Yeah, so I had him playing forward all the time, and then he said to me one time, he's like, I've been playing D for the last few years, and I was like, oh, all right. So I put him back on D, and I was like, oh, okay, you're a pretty good D man. So I
He's
kept
big and can skate, and yeah.
yeah, and like he kind of like he give us a bit of stability back there, so I kept him back there, sacrificed a bit of offense, but it also gave us a bit of stability on D. But
D-men can play more minutes too. Eh? He was probably logging some minutes once he was a D-man.
yeah, and he had like, a couple injuries and knee and stuff. So like it was a bit easier on his body. So we just kind of kept him going with that. But yeah, I know this year I signed a few new players and offensively we're really good. Yeah, should be good. Should be good November, hopefully.
Okay. Yes, your juices are flowing. I can see it. You're trying to stay calm, but your juices are flowing on the inside.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And now it's a little more real for me because I've been in the locker room, seen the coach's office. You got
Mm.
a nice setup.
Yeah, it is it's just nice to have that. I mean, that's kind of some of the kids' favorite part is just having their own change room, and the parents like it too because they don't have to bring their equipment home and stink up the house, right? So, but
It reminds
it's
me of when I made Junior B, and then you get to leave the gear in the room and you have your own room in the arena, and you just felt like big time.
Well, that's kind of the other side of the coin. That's a bit of a problem you go from being a minor hockey, junior hockey player, and then you got your own room, you got thousands of people watching you play, and it's just like
Straight
your
to
head.
your head, eh?
Boom. So it's a pretty tough job to kind of keep that in check with these kids because you can't get upset because they're just excited. How do you expect a kid to handle that type of stuff? But it's good they're excited, but at some point you got to kind of dial it down a little bit and remind them that, hey, you know, let's relax a little bit here.
So I guess we haven't brought this up yet, though. I tried to sponsor Victor's jersey, and I don't know, you must not have any admin workers with the Canucks because you couldn't find the logo you put on every shoulder's jersey last season. And you needed me to send it again, so I forwarded you the email from a year ago. But you surprised me, and it's not just on Victor's jersey, but you put my logo on everybody's jersey right in the neck, eh?
That's so much you mean to us, Wally.
I already had I mean it was early in the morning, but yeah, that that got me hot and bothered.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I, you
That
know
was
what?
pretty hockey when I protect your ass all those years and then years later you start your own team and then put my podcast logo on every jersey. It's pretty neat. Thanks.
I remember looking at the jersey and just trying to think of where to put that. And then right there, it's like the perfect size. It's like this, just it was like there was like rays of sunshine that just illuminated out from that spot. It was like, okay, we'll put it there, I guess. But yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
It looked great on the shoulder last season and it looks great on the neck this season. I really appreciate that. Um, it's really neat that I have a Cardiff Canucks jersey back there. It's really neat you've started your own hockey team. Back when I first met you, when you had your minuscule signing bonus for getting drafted seventh and ninth rounds or whatever it was, and you showed up with this big goatee and a brand new truck like you had made it because you were a Dayton Bomber. And now you have your own hockey team.
Yeah, funny enough, Lois, Victor's partner, she did this funny, I don't know if you saw the video, this funny thing where she printed out like old pictures of all of us, and she just walked up to us and showed us the picture and said, "Can you sign this for me?" And the picture that she got of me was of my nasty old goatee, the sock, if you
The
will.
sock. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, she presented that to me, and I tried to explain that was called sock, but I don't know if people are up to date with the names of facial hairs these days. So,
Yeah, I still remember the day when we had been dating bombers together, and then, everybody's path goes a different way. I went to Germany the next season, and then it's like 8, 9 years later, and it was the summer. Um, and I remember you writing to me. I remember where I was, and you were like, did you sign with the Cardiff Devils? And I'm like, did you sign with the Cardiff Devils? And when we found out we were both going to Cardiff, it was like, oh, cool.
do they know what they're in for?
Now you've never left,
Yeah, I know, I
and you
know.
have a hockey team there.
Wasn't there, didn't I say something to you on the airplane? Oh, I did. Yeah, when I saw you and I think you had just Colby then, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you had a lot of bags to go
yeah.
overseas, and you're like, wow, you're in one, eh, Wally? I'm like, yeah, sure am. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm in too, so hey, here we are.
Um, I kind of want to bring this up because when the research team got hot 1 minute before we started talking, you played in France, eh? I totally forgot about that.
Hmm.
How's
I
that?
did. Um,
I don't see you fitting in the French league.
no, it was a cool place, cool city, but like I don't know, right from the start, it was just kind of like a weird situation because I I think it was right before Christmas where I was supposed to go there, and I signed, and they're like, "Oh yeah, come." And then I said, "Okay." They got my apartment kind of sorted, and they're like, "Well, no, you're gonna kind of sleep at the GM's house. He's got a spare bed." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then I got there, and I literally was sleeping on like a mattress on the floor in the GM's spare room. And then I kept kind of bugging them about my apartment. I was like, when am I getting my apartment? I told Laura not to come because, I didn't want her sleeping on the floor of the GM's, whatever. So I said, we'll wait till we get an apartment. And then anyway, so they take me this one night to go see my apartment, and it's pitch black. The lights don't even work. So I take my phone out with my torch, and I'm looking around like there's like a red stain on the carpet floor, like a murder scene happened there or something. And I remember just looking at the gym. I said, I'm not staying here. Like this is disgusting.
Mm.
Then it became this whole thing because I didn't want to stay there, and like I don't think there's even a fridge. It was ridiculous. So then I went back and I was like staying with the GM for like I think it was like 2 weeks, and they weren't really doing anything as far as getting me an apartment. So I I had to find my own. I just literally went on like I don't know what is it Kijiji in Canada, like
Hmm.
the is. So I went on like the French one of that, and like I would, I booked my own apartments and like went and checked out like apartments and stuff, and actually found one that I liked. And I went to the team, and they actually ended up getting it for me. But like that was the whole start of it.
They didn't make it
Um,
easy for you when you got there.
no, and then we got there, and like I can speak French. I can understand French, and I just found I don't know, it was weird. A lot of the French guys just stuck together and talked French to each other, and
Yeah.
um,
There, it happens in teams in Germany was like there you could see it. Some teams, the Germans hung out and the imports hung out, and there was no crossover there. And when I went to Landshut, man, the way they welcomed me in, and everybody was like a family, and they were all friends from Landshut, a lot of the players, and it was just so hockey. And I get to go back there February 7th. I'm playing a hockey game in Landshut, Germany, and I need to be in better shape. But I can't wait to go back and see those guys because when you go to Germany and you're an import and you move across the world and stuff, you you would want them to embrace you and help you with things. And there's some teams that were better at it than others. And man, some of the best teammates I ever had were from that team in Landshut. I only played there 1 year, and 18 years later, they're bringing me back for a game. That's so cool.
yeah, I mean, I had the same experience in Germany. Germany was so different. It was just the most like the people there were just amazing. I have such good memories of that place, but like, yeah, France was just kind of like, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, we had like the day of a game, we're doing workouts, Wally. Like we had this
Like
like
real workouts
like we're putting 3 plates on doing squats,
the day of a
and
game.
day of a game, and like the coach would like FaceTime our trainer, and he would like show the whole gym what people were doing. And then like me and the other imports were just like, I'm not doing fucking 315 pound squats the day of a game. Like you're insane. And then the coach would get like mad at us for not doing max squats on game day. I'm like, I'm just not doing that. Sorry. I'd like to conserve my energy for the game that you're paying me to play in, instead of, seeing who can lift the most in the gym.
That that can happen around European hockey. They love to see how much they can make you work out. And it's like, isn't the game what matters?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll do 10 sets of max squats, and then I won't be able to skate tonight. So
Mm,
thank you.
yeah, I guess the Cardiff Canucks probably aren't doing that.
Oh no, we do our stuff. We got Brad. I don't know if Brad told you about his little gig he does, but he's he's
He's your fitness guru, nutritionist, and he's helping you in lots of ways, and he's the physio guy.
Brad is like a like I don't know how he has time to do all the things he does. He's just like he seems to know how to do everything. He's a physiotherapist. He was a ski instructor. He was, all these things, and he's really good at everything he does. And like he made a nice little booklet for all the younger guys, about nutrition and what to eat, and he makes workouts for them. And like I can't thank him enough for all he does. And they're so lucky to have someone like him around too, because he loves it just as much as them too.
That brings back a memory of well, people send out nutrition stuff, and it was the summer after the first year in Cardiff, and Lordo made me send him everything that went in my mouth all summer. I wasn't allowed to drink beer. And I fudged some numbers. I mean, sometimes I ate more than what I sent him or different things, but I was trying to make it look legit. And then I remember him writing back, or his fitness guy writes back and says, this guy's not losing the weight that you're wanting. He might be gaining weight with what he's eating. And I'm like, man, I already fudged the numbers. What's going on here? But yeah, he wouldn't let me eat bagels in the locker room. But I came back to that next season, 171 pounds, like the lightest I've been since like that NHL training camp back in the Dayton Bomber days. But um, that summer he sent Richie's diet, and it was something I could never be that strict on myself. I could never just eat that. And then you see that guy playing for the Devils now for like his 17th or 18th season. And when I see him, he still looks the same age. He's jacked. And maybe nutrition and diet is a thing that you need to watch to be a pro.
Oh, it's definitely a thing. It's just it's not the easiest thing to do, that's for sure. Especially when you have Chippy Lane just ingrained into your DNA, right?
Well, that is um that's hockey. Chippy Lane is hockey. That's why when you go to these testimonials, all the guys that are there love Chippy Lane too, and they all go every night.
It's funny because I know you always ask our boys about Chippy Lane, and it's so funny because like half of them are like 16,
I
and
know,
and
but
the
I've
other
never
ones,
been ID'd going on Chippy Lane. Like, can a
no, but I
16-year-old
mean
not
like,
see what goes on there? They don't
well, I
have, you don't have to be in one to go to Chippy Lane.
yeah, you kind of do. Like,
Well, yeah, you're right.
who goes to Chippy Lane at lunchtime? Well, you get a grip.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Like, we always play on Sundays usually, right? So like, a lot of the older guys work on Mondays, so it's not like, they're going out right after. So maybe I'll have a field trip Monday. I'll just, take them
One,
out to Chip Lane.
okay, 1 second. I gotta answer a real world question. Game back on. So your puppies are not Chippy Lane age,
No, I don't know. I think a field trip is in order just to kind of educate, um,
right?
the I'm a big kind of curry and chicken kind of guy, right? But you're more of a kebab kind of guy.
I am a kebab guy. That's never going to change. But I have learned in the past few months that I can eat Indian food and I don't mind the taste of it.
Oh,
Um,
it is
the
good.
so at the girls' tournament last weekend, the gals went to bed. We had really early morning games,
Mhm.
and so Friday 8 a.m. we started, Saturday 7 a.m., Sunday 7 a.m. Ridiculous times. Never heard of a hockey game starting before 8 a.m., but we did it twice that weekend. But the gals went to bed, and I got shooting the breeze around the hotel, and the conference room on the main floor was having a pastor's birthday party for an Indian church. And I got to know some of the Indian fellows outside the hotel. They pulled up a food truck. They started letting me try samples. Then I got to know everybody, went right into the birthday party with the church. And they had this whole Indian spread of food, and they let me enjoy the buffet with them. And I mucked it all up, ate all the Indian food. And then the next morning on the bench at 7 a.m. with the gals, couldn't stop farting, Hendo, leaking out of me. It was horrible. The girls were nearly in tears, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, speaking of girls, there's some little one here that wants to say hi. Oh,
Where are you? I can't see you because of your background. Can you come say hi? You're all
um,
grown up now. You were just a baby when I saw you.
let's see if I can do it. Um, yeah, it's not working.
We're not going to inspire another tattoo today, are we?
Uh,
So for the folks that ha don't know, the first time when Hunter came on, he said I throw muffins, and then that inspired some guy to
well,
Garrick Sorley to get a tattoo of me with muffins as hands, with my topless body on his arm. Hey, Hendo?
yeah. Well, she's being shy, so she's not coming. So
That's okay.
no tattoos. You're lucky.
Yeah, no, well, I still think it's hilarious that there's a tattoo of me out there on someone.
It's pretty.
Something.
I don't know. Don't even know what to say about that.
I don't either. So
Could never win
moving on.
again. Yeah. Um, that's special.
Um, well,
That's
um,
that's, that's
I,
forever.
and tattoos are forever, I think. So I don't know.
Mm,
Everybody can get whatever tattoos they want. I didn't think that would ever happen in the world, that there would be one of me topless with muffin hands, and it
mm.
says running amok on a gentleman's arm.
That's,
Anywho,
that's
some funny stuff has happened. Even just thinking about all the chocolate that's been thrown around the world doing this. Has there
mm.
been any chocolate bars thrown on the ice for the Cardiff Canucks? Because I just asked for anybody to bring one for Victor, to let him know like that we're sponsoring him here at the farm. And I just wanted one person to throw him a chocolate bar. I don't even know if that's happened yet.
Well, we only had one game at home, so I don't
Okay.
think it happened, but
Let's hope
yeah,
it does. Let's hope someone here is listening and throws chocolate after you guys win.
yeah, that'll be interesting. Hopefully I have enough people there to clean it up, so
The players can clean that up if they earn it.
uh, I love
Um,
chocolate.
well, I don't have much else. I have to get to the real world here. The work day started. We don't get to just practice and then take naps anymore. So I'm sure you have lots of things to do, and so do I.
All right, buddy. Good catching up.
It's always fun every time. And go Canucks, go Canucks, right? And thanks for
Exactly.
putting my logo on all the jerseys. I really appreciate it. I love it. Big fan of the team. And can't wait to see how you guys do this year. And people, please buy your raffle tickets, or I am not going to be able to pay my bill. And this has been another episode of 2000 Hockey Tales with Ando and Wally.